It is Feature Friggin' Friday, and you know what that means. Today's band is Angels on the Battlefield. This is their song, Modern Prometheus. A little bit about the band before we jump into this video. We have JD on the guitar. We have Jason on the bass. We have Chris on the keyboard. And we have William on the drums. This is a band from America, and this is actually going to be instrumental metal, so there are no lyrics to this. Before we jump into this video, just a friendly reminder to please like and subscribe. And with that said, let's freaking go. That just freaking dived in. Hmm. Um. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to like find a spot where you could stop, but there isn't. I don't think there is really a good spot for me to stop for a second. One, this is an instrumental. And I'm pretty sure. Well, I'm gonna say that when I do the intro. But it's interesting because they have like this whole scene going on here in the middle. Uh, the gentleman had the skull. The lady came in, seemed to be like kind of talking to him about the skull, and now there's this tall figure with like almost like grudge like. Something's going on with her. In terms of the music, it jumped like right the frick in, and I was like, oh, okay, with the music. um, and yeah, I've kind of been trying to wrap my head around it. So we're only in the first portion of the video. We still got like 3 more minutes. So I'll probably talk a little bit more about the music itself in the next pause that we have. But it is called Modern Prometheus. And when you think of Prometheus, Prometheus. So Prometheus was one of the Titans, the supreme trickster and a god of fire. His intellectual side was emphasized by the apparent meaning of his name, forethinker. In common belief, he developed into a master craftsman, and in this connection, he was associated with fire and the creation of mortals. That is just when you look up Prometheus on the Google. It looks like it came from Britannica.com. So in Western classical tradition, Prometheus became a figure who represented human striving, particularly the quest for scientific knowledge and the risk of overreaching or unintended consequences. Okay. Those are kind of like two different. It's interesting. Anytime you look up something on Google, you're going to get a whole bunch of different meanings for something. But it's also different perspectives from either like different time periods or cultural backgrounds and stuff like that. But okay. When it says modern Prometheus, I mean, the clothing that they're wearing doesn't seem super modern, but at the same time, I'm like, Titans and stuff like that was like way back. This almost seems like 1800s, which technically would kind of be modern in the sense of Prometheus, you know, because it's from very long ago. But let's continue this, and let's continue this. I'll have some more thoughts later on. Drums. Seems like he's begging her to do something. Is he like trying to Frankenstein this? Yeah, is this like the unintended consequences kind of thing? You know, like you're trying to bring someone back to life? Is that like the tinkling of like an organ or something in the background? Oh, right here! Okay, that's not an organ, it's a keyboard. That might not even be a keyboard. I actually don't know what that instrument is called. But it's cool. Okay, so yeah, he did bring her back to life. Oh, jeez! Frankenstein vibes up in here. How fast people play the guitar breaks my brain every time. I'm like... breaks my brain. Is that the drums? Oh, we've got some chanting. Oh. Nor. That was quite the moment that it was like, whoa, and then just silence. Okay, another thing that I want to say is one, it seemed like, I think in the beginning she was maybe like begging him, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this, because they kept kind of like grappling with each other. And then he did it anyways, and we had some overreaching and unintended consequences for science. Hey, Wikipedia Prometheus. This is what it's Prometheus is supposedly in Western classical tradition represents. Other thing, we heard some chanting, so some vocals, and then I'm not 100% sure what that particular instrument is, but it was an interesting add to the music that we've been hearing so far. And again, it always like breaks my brain whenever I see someone just like shredding up that guitar, because I'm like, it's so fast, and I'm like, how do you, well, not how do you, but it's obviously with hard work, dedication, and practice, and a passion for it, but the coordination that you have to have and the speed, and I just think about like this band taking this and going into a live setting and then having the pressure of having to do that live. And I was just like, My brain. My brain. It breaks. Okay, let's continue. The silence. Oh. Are you kidding me? Yes, inspired by Mary Sherry's Frankenstein. There we go. Okay, so here are the bandmates. I am so sorry. I literally paused at the very end of the song, so I won't take up too much more of your guys' time. And then we have the cast here. Jeez, y'all. I feel like a complete ding dong. Anyways, that was interesting. That was something different too, because I mean, it was just all there. The only vocals was chanting for like 20 seconds, I think, in there. So it's fun to kind of mix it up a bit, you know, and having just instrumental really makes you think or look at the music a bit differently. And I feel like it's interesting too how they took the music, and I don't know if maybe, well, I guess I did say it was inspired by Frank Shelley. Mary Shelley's Frankenstein. So I'm assuming they have that story and then kind of built the music around kind of how they wanted to retell it. But that was pretty cool. So if you want to check out this band for yourself, please do. I'm going to have all their information down in the description below. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed watching this with me. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe if you want to see more, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!